to the time Shazam comes out next April will be 20 years. Right? That's insane. That's just insane. I mean, can you believe it? It's been 20 years, guys. What else we got? Come on. I love all the winky faces and smiley faces and all that stuff. But I'm not forgetting about Brazil. I don't forget about Brazil. How can I forget about Brazil? It's an entire country full of amazing people. What's my heritage? Welsh, predominantly, with some Irish and other UK mutt stuff thrown in there. For a long time, I was under the impression that I had some Native American in my matrix, but I'm not sure that I do, to be honest. We were told Cherokee for a long time, then we were told Blackfoot, and then one of my sisters did a 23andMe, and I think none of that showed up in her blood or chromosomes or whatever. But then I found out that apparently just because one sibling doesn't ping on that doesn't mean that the other siblings can't. I don't know. So maybe I still am Native American. But whatever I am, I'm trying to every day be more content with who I am. That's a struggle. That's been a real struggle for me. Self-love, guys. Oh man, like I can't encourage you enough to love yourself. Love yourself exactly how you are, and know that other people like myself struggle with that hugely. And I'm 38. And only now so much of my childhood abuse is even starting to manifest. Am I seeing what happened I had a gnarly childhood, and I didn't really know just how gnarly until now in my life. Mental health and all that stuff. It's crazy how it percolates later, and you think you're cool, and boom, and then something happens. And but anyway, yeah. So I'm mostly Welsh. And I do like the Welsh a lot, so I'm happy with that. What else? Check out the self-compassion test. What is that, Ilona Pamplona? What is that? I think B. Burak Azman, I think that's all in Turkish, and I can't read Turkish. Did I watch Fraggle Rock as a kid? Come on! It's one of my favorite shows ever. Throw your cares away. Word is for another day. Let the music play. Down in Fraggle Rock. I mean, every ounce of that show was fantastic. The dozers. The trash heap has spoken. Come on. It was fantastic. What is my biggest dream? Oh, bro. How much time do you have? Honestly, my biggest dream is to go make a better world, like in every possible way that I can do that. And I think I've been given an incredible platform, an incredible privilege and resources, and I every day think about how I can wield those things for the goodwill of all humankind. And no joke. I mean, I'm not just speaking in platitudes or whatever. Like, it's ever since I was a little kid, my level of empathy and my desire for people to have a better life. Those that particularly with like injustice and things that aren't fair, it breaks my heart. Regularly, I got to check myself because it can get really out of control sometimes, and it can really bum me out. And but I really want to. I don't know. I want to encourage people in different philosophies like minimalism. I think that we need to get away from this constant keeping up with the Joneses. We are owned by what we own, and I don't want to be owned by what I own anymore. And I don't want anybody else to either. I don't want to feel the pressure or need to have to wear certain clothes to fit in. I don't want to feel the pressure or need to have certain things, to have a certain status, to be important in the world. I think that we have been just lied to for so long. And we got to break those shackles. We got to get back to connectivity and like in community. And yeah, I don't know. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. I genuinely want to go, like, world build. I want to go, give people a better world, however I can do that. And I love that I get to do that through entertainment and storytelling, and hopefully narrative that is challenging people's ideas in that and inspiring people. But whatever success that I can garner from that and other businesses that I can build, I just want to take all that and just start putting it toward, like, how do we go make better cities and better communities and better counties and states and a better country and a better world. And and I'm not trying to get all fucking kumbaya or whatever. Obviously, I think it's a more complicated situation than a lot of people sometimes want to believe that it is, but I still believe it's doable, and I think that genuinely we can get there, but we're not going to get there if we keep hating the people that we think are ruining it. We've got to love even those people. We've got to look at the dictators of the world, or you know who I'm talking about, because each one of us has different ideas of who those people are. And we got to stop hating them. We have to start appealing to them and their heart, and asking them to be a part of the solution. Because why would somebody who has a ton of money and a ton of power, why would they want to help a bunch of people that are calling them evil? Think about that, guys. We can't just keep attacking the people, even if you think they're evil, which, by the way, the older I get, the less I believe in good and evil. And what I mean by that is, not that I don't think that there's people doing bad things in the world, but I think that those people are just lost. They need help to find their way again. They were lost somewhere along the way, whether when they were 5, when they were 8, when they were 12. I don't know when they were lost. But we gotta. And some people, by the way, somebody responded to one of my tweets about this earlier. Like, I disagree. I think that there are people that are beyond help, and and they are evil or whatever. And it's like, look, I'm not saying that there aren't some really disturbed people out there, but by the way, sometimes loving the really disturbed is in fact locking them up, is in fact putting them in a place where they can't hurt themselves or other people. That's why we have things like prisons. That's why we have things like, mental facilities, mental hospitals, which I think are, we got to fix the whole judicial system. We got to fix the prison system. There's a lot of fixing we got to do. But we can do it if we start loving each other and really understanding where human frailty and fault comes from, which is people that are broken. Anyway, like I said, I'll circle back to this all the time. But yes, everyone needs help. Everyone. We do want to see the good in people, but I don't know that everyone wants to see the good in people. I think that unfortunately our fears and our pain, when they're not addressed, they start breeding hate, and then we don't want to see the good in people. We want our pain and our fear to be validated, so we need to find an enemy to pin that on. But that's why we need to address the fear and pain in our enemy, because clearly they're doing something that may be wrong, but it can be corrected, and ours can be corrected. Yes, I think mental health needs to be starting way sooner. I think we need to be talking to kids in elementary school, middle school, high school, particularly now with the social media shit. We got to be helping kids. Literally, I would be terrified to be growing up as a kid right now. Like, it's hard enough as an adult dealing with this shit. And helicopter parenting, because we're all so parents are terrified to let their kids out of their sight now, and all the things that go on. I'm so grateful I grew up, and I would rollerblade. Yeah, that's right, rollerblade. Loved rollerblading. I'd rollerblade a county over. My mom had no idea where I was. Sketching on the backs of bumpers and stuff like that. It was crazy. Sure, I could have died, possibly. But I learned a lot, and I grew a lot. Can your son Joseph get a hello, please? What up, Joe? Seth? Let's see. Yes, and mental health for people with no insurance, absolutely. But I think I think honestly that's a whole conversation. Like the conversation of mental health needs to be happening in homes. People just aren't even aware of what's going on. We break an arm, we know it's broken, we go to the hospital. We break our brain, we don't know our brain is broken. And I think there's a lot of broken brains out there, guys. In fact, I would wager all of our brains, every single one of our brains is broken in some way. Some of us, very small breaks. Some of us, very big breaks. But don't think you're above or beyond having some kind of break in your brain. Some kind of cold or flu or whatever analogy or metaphor you want to use. Guys, we've all got some faulty ideas of the way the world is supposed to work and expectations of the way that other people are supposed to work within our construct of the world. That's going to screw a lot of people up. All right, let's see. Oh, wow, we've been going almost an hour, guys. Almost an hour. Wait, don't these only go for an hour? Am I about to get cut off? I can't remember. I've never read C.S. Lewis's Space Trilogy. Is it good? I don't read. That's a bad thing. I need to read more. Rebecca Noble, hello. Hi. Hello, daughter Sophie, daughter of William Galvin Sanders. Sir. Marshmallow Dreams and Lemon Drops. That's a great name. We're using code knives. Good night from Moscow. What the? Good night? Isn't it like tomorrow in Moscow? What time is it in Moscow? Favorite Star Wars movie? Empire. Probably. Empire and New Hope are kind of a toss-up, I think. And to be honest, I know, obviously there is that kind of like the kid lens that I watched Jedi through. And a lot of people are like, yeah, the Ewoks are so dumb. I guess, I get it. I don't know. But there was some dope shit in Jedi, y'all. I still want one of them spaders. It's almost 4 a.m. in Turkey, which means what time is it in Moscow? I guess like maybe 6 a.m. I don't know. How many hours between? Good night from Switzerland. Hi from Australia. Empire King. Favorite memory from filming Chuck? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I have so many great memories. I loved our late night shoots. I'm more than other people did. A lot of people didn't like shooting nights, but when the weather was beautiful and we were the only ones, like I still love night shoots. It kind of feels like you're a little kid staying up past your bedtime doing something you're not supposed to be doing. It's awesome. Tiring, but hi from Hawaii. Yeah, I mean it's early in Hawaii. It's 4 in Moscow. Okay, so in Turkey and Moscow is the same. I just learned something. At some place in Turkey and in Moscow, it's the same time. Hello from Italy. I'm from Italy. It's like 6 p.m. in Washington State. Yeah, okay. Well, that is true. That is true. But we don't need to go through all the time zones, but I appreciate the reports. Any other questions? I still would love to guest star on Supernatural. I'd love to work with any groovy people. I'd love to work with them. I am still doing Sober October. Yeah, and I might keep going. Honestly, it's been a good reset and cleansing, and I don't know. And by the way, and particularly if with mental health stuff, guys don't. It's important to monitor that stuff and not self-medicate. And, be careful with how booze or other things might affect your ups and downs. And, but it's been good. I've been grateful for the month. Yes, I am dressing up tomorrow as an animal. We still haven't gotten to the bottom of what animal that's going to be. I don't know. I'm going to go to the Halloween store and figure it out. I'm going to ask some professionals at the Halloween store, like, what animal should I dress up as? I'm going to let them weigh in. 3.5 years sober. Good for you. Fantastic. Can I sing? You mean, am I capable of singing or can I sing right now? What was your favorite moment while shooting Shazam? Flying, probably. Chuck musical? Not a Chuck musical, not happening. Animal from the Muppets! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Animal from the Muppets, yes! Genius! You are a genius! An Ewok, yeah, Ewok could be good, but animal is meta. Animal is meta. Sing, please. Come on, guys, I don't want to. What have I done? I feel pressure. I feel so much pressure. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Oh, would you stand and walk out on me? Boom, 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 boom. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. That's it. That's all you get. That's it. I am a hilarious dude. Thank you. I appreciate that, Viv, DR94. Oh, baby, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try a little help from my friends. Whoa, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, now seriously, that's the end of the singing. Because I don't really know I don't know the rest of the song. So that's just what you get. That's it. That's all. And I've got maybe a few minutes left. I'm gonna see if this thing cuts me off at an hour. Because obviously I just like hearing the sound of my own voice. What a fucking narcissist, this asshole. I know it's a cool little private concert, right? I'm a trifecta. What do you mean? Like in a race? The trifecta. What is your go-to activity to relax and unwind? I don't know. I mean, video games were for a really long time, and they still are on some level. You met me at Salt Lake Comic Con last year. Whoa, Marwin King, fuck me. Why? What did I do? Oh, she thinks, triple threat, not trifecta. Well, but I will take either. What made me move to Texas? I want to go build a new, better world, and Texas has a lot of land and opportunity to do that. So, and Austin's dope, y'all. If you've never been to Austin, super dope town. Outside the box thinking, and very purple. You know, I think it's a beautiful example of two sides of the aisle trying to coexist and get along. And it's not always pretty. It's not always easy. But they've been doing it for a minute, y'all. And I think we need to find more examples of that. We need to find people coexisting and cohabitating and, you know, iron sharpening iron and getting to the bottom of things. Keep Austin weird. Fuck yes, absolutely. I know I love purple too. Purple rain. No, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna do that. Oh boy. When did I start this thing? 8:16. A few minutes left. I do want kids. Yeah, I'd love to have kids one day. I'm so jealous of all my friends that have kids. I am obsessed with my nephew, which reminds me, I need to FaceTime him after this. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think that there's so much to learn from children about yourself. I think, you know, but if you are blessed enough to have biological children of your own, I think that you see yourself. Oh yeah, so it does cut off in an hour. Ha ha! Yeah, 155 remaining, guys. Tick tock. What if I'm the only one that cut off in an hour? They're like, this dude will not shut up. We've got to put an hour cap on him. I think, yes, you're to see your own genetics, like, meshed into a thing, like literally you're a reflection of you. It's got to be so trippy, but also, you know, to see that and learn about yourself in that, because that's the only way you can have that kind of perspective on your own genetics, I suppose. And then, but also, the